camera. It is Sunday, December 20th. Usually I fix my hair and I think it looks great, and then I get on the camera and it looks terrible. And today I okay, I look like Einstein. Forget it, I'm gonna look like Einstein in the camera too. I got a beautiful mug from David Dog Dare yesterday. Isn't that wonderful? These mugs are so beautiful and so whimsical. Thank you, David. It's really, really lovely. And it's got the, on the inside, if you're drinking it right-handed, you can see that. I'm drinking it left-handed at the moment, so you can see that. This is a third in a series that he has given me. They're so wonderful, and they're the perfect cup for my coffee. Just like the Tui cup that Megan sent me a few years ago as part of my advent. They're like the perfect shape for my little 1-cup coffee maker that I use. And so I have quite a few cups I can't use for my coffee because they're not big enough or not the right shape, and these are wonderful. Thank you, David. David is a dear man. And they come in the most gorgeous boxes. Nice and sturdy and beautiful. The box is part of the gift. I think I did say who I was and what day it was. So my father called me. I guess he had talked to my sister and realized that he could watch my, a bird just went by on my deck, watch my vlogs and my podcasts on his Nook. So he called me yesterday and I talked him through getting to it. He doesn't have a YouTube account, so he can't actually subscribe, but I showed him how to get to yesterday's vlog, and just in case he made it to today's vlog, hi Mama, hi Daddy. Happy Vlogmas. And hi to everybody. I hope you're all well. I hope everything is going great and you're feeling good. Not too stressed. I got all my cards out yesterday. There are a few cards left, so I might be sending a few more, but they're not going to get there for Christmas. But no pressure. So that felt good to get those out. Didn't clear the table yet, but I think I'll put it around the table today and maybe try my new watercolors and new watercolor paper. Start working on next year's cards. Oh, excuse me. Oh, it's early for me. It's 8 o'clock. It is cloudy and dreary outside. Looks like it's gonna snow, but it better not. We just got the driveway clear. Dennis tells me it's not gonna snow for a while. How about I do my Advents? I had to put my glasses on for the flosses because of course I couldn't find 20. Excuse me, this is the silk floss in the color lime. That's very pretty. And this is the wool in the color wheat. They have, all the wools have been very kind of organic colors. Not too many pinks and oranges and chartreuses in the wool. For my L'Occitane, I got soap with verbena leaves. Now in the end, I didn't think I could use the verbena creams, but I probably can use the soap. And I love L'Occitane soap. I can see myself placing a L'Occitane order after this of the things that I can use and do use. Like that under eye cream, I really like that. I think I'll be doing something with that. And I'm going to try the hair stuff. In a certain light today, my hair looked a little purple, so I think I have to not use my purple shampoo for a while. Purple shampoo is all the rage for grays, because, you know, grays are all the rage, and anytime anything's all the rage, you have to have product. But supposedly the purple shampoo brightens the gray, and, you know, but I guess if you use it too much, it's more like your hair turns purple. So I won't use it for a while. Day 20. Day 20. So it's Sunday. I think I have today's one more day off, but I want to clean the house up a little bit in preparation for Christmas. And I have a couple things that I want to make. Today's my last day of being pretty strictly carnivore. And so I'm going to make myself a couple of keto goodies for Christmas. Are you ready? Let's see what the toads have brought us. Ta-da! My light's not good. Your light's better. I don't know why that is. That's so funny. It's looking much greener on the camera than it looks in my eye. It looks bluer to me. We shall see when I get in better light. I'll go look in better light now and see what I think. Well, that didn't help. I still can't tell. I think it's more towards what you're seeing, actually, than what I thought it was. So it's more like a blue-green. I never did find the paper. When I clean the desk off, table off here, I'll find the paper of the holiday movie, movie reference, although we'll all see it tomorrow. On the Crafty Toads podcast, I assume. That's a pretty color. It's very reminiscent of, to me, of another color that they had. They're definitely in a pastel mood this year. 20. Foiled you again. Ooh, me again. This is one of my favorites. That's what looks like. Oh, Megan. Oh, it's one of my favorites too. Where's yesterday's? Oh, yeah. Oh, I love that. This is so beautiful. Oh, I love that. I'd like to order a sweater's quantity of this one, please. Oh, gorgeous. You are a very talented dyer, my dear. This is beautiful. Oh my goodness. Oh, gorgeous. All right, so Every day, my cowl changes in my mind. I don't think I should have saved that orange. Should have just used it. Oh, and then, oh, I didn't show you. I have a big giant package for day 20. And it's cross-stitch patterns. Christmas cross-stitch patterns. Oh, candle holders. Oh, that's a great idea. Those candles that burn, you know, don't go through. Although mine are going through, so I don't know. Dennis might not ever let me use that one. Well, I wouldn't have to light the candles. That red truck with the Christmas tree. Very cute. Very cute. So the patterns are very, very cute. Oh, so the candles have, you wouldn't have to put them on candles. They have a candy cane in it. Thank you so much. Nostalgic Treasures Christmas Projects. 4 projects inside. Really, really lovely. 4 projects, but 5 patterns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 patterns. Thank you, my dear. Thank you so very much. You have made this Christmas Advent this December so lovely. Thank you. I do feel spoiled. All right. Here we go. Here is the cowl in all its glory. Maybe I'll show it to you outside out. How about that? Just for funsies. There you go. Well, I think the green went really well. Since this stripe turned out not to be so stripy, I think the original plan of just following through with the dark blue didn't need to be followed. So, oh, this is so pretty. So pretty. Oh. So now I'm at what would typically be the last lace pattern, where I had in my mind that I would be doing an orange, because these oranges were so beautiful. And I'm pretty much sure it would be these 2 oranges, which are so beautiful. But now I wonder if I should do these 2 colors instead. Of course, these are not going to give super high contrast for the laces. I didn't have super high contrast there. I shouldn't have saved the oranges. I should have just put them in. I don't know how big I want this cowl. Because if I use this for the lace section, then I'm essentially adding this much more to my cowl. If I still go with another section of the orange. That's going to make for quite a big cowl. And this cowl is quite long. It has 300 stitches. So it wraps around your neck twice. So that, my friends, is a lot of cowl. Well, I'm going to have to think about it. I don't know what I'm doing. So stay tuned tomorrow to see what the decision is. So you have an opinion, stated early, because I will be working on this today. Yeah, this color is very similar to exactly the same as this was my color in my stripes from the Crafty Toads. So I think today's color was either a duplicate or as close as you can get. I mean, this one looks like it has a little bit more, some more darker spots, but I don't know. Looks the same. Thought it was familiar because I was knitting on it yesterday. It's a pretty color. Okay. Let's see. So, yesterday was a very nice day. We walked the dogs a little bit in the park, but too many icy places. We went to a different park than we usually do, because I guess on Saturdays our mail carrier comes early, because I did my cards first to try to make it to my mail so that the mailman would pick them up at my mailbox. But when Dennis went to take them down, we already had mail. And so I didn't want to wait till Monday, and our little tiny post office down the street probably doesn't have very much pickup on the weekend. So we went to town and walked in a different park that was kind of icy, and it didn't work out too well, but it was enough of a walk for the girls to tick the girls. We had a walk box, and Pearl has re-injured her leg and is very, very limpy these days because of the snow. So having a short walk was okay, as long as she felt like she had a walk. And we stopped by a store to pick up raw milk for Dennis to make yogurt from. And then we went to the post office, and I threw my letters into the slot. And that's a much bigger post office, so the chances of it going out were way better. But I did forget to put my mask on when I ran into the lobby of the post office. There were people there. I didn't get close to anybody, and I put my cowl up around my mouth. And I held my breath, and I was in there less than a minute. But it was an incident. Didn't even think about it. I don't even know what's wrong with me. But anyway, so That was kind of a drag. As soon as I got in there and people were, I'm like, oh shit, I don't have my mask on. Put my cowl up and held my breath. But it was definitely a leak. Definitely a leak. So I felt bad about that. Gonna have to get some birdseed. There's birds flittering around our deck. But other than that, so I wrote my cards first thing in the morning, and then I knit my stripes, and I worked on my Close to You shawl, and I watched Christmas movies, and it's the first Christmas movies I've watched so far, and Dennis made me a fire. So I watched Klaus, which is an animated film on Netflix about the origin story of Santa Claus. It was very cute. I watched Jingle Jangle, which was also on Netflix. I enjoyed that. I mostly enjoyed the music and the dancing. You hardly ever see a musical like that anymore. Lots of dancing, big production numbers of people in the snowy streets dancing and singing. The music was great. The songs were great. The story was okay, you know. I enjoyed it, but mainly because of the music. And I watched A Christmas Calendar. So those were the two sort of high quality shows that people have been recommending. And so now I'm into the, you know, Hallmark Christmas type stories where you know exactly how it's going to end. Oh, I've got a cardinal on my chair. It's like a Christmas ornament on my deck. You know, it's like as soon as the, you know, 5 minutes in, you know what's going to happen. But I enjoyed it. And I knit on my shawl. And that was, so, and I had a fire. So that was great. So I had a very lovely day yesterday. Today I'm going to, I think I'll putter around on my table and try my new watercolors. And take one last day of rest before I start my preparations for my Christmas dinner, which is just going to be me and Dennis and Aura. It's possible that Aura's brother Russ and Pat and his wife Pat might come. And that would be lovely if they did. But, you know, Russ is in a high-risk category for COVID, and so I can understand if they change their mind, but they haven't seen, you know, Aura since January, and, you know, Carlin just died, and said they would like to see her. But we shall see. If they come. If they come, then there'll be 5 of us. But I found a recipe for Russian tea cakes, keto version of Russian tea cakes, which are one of my Christmas cookies that I used to make back in the day when I made Christmas cookies. They're also often called Mexican wedding cakes or snowball cookies. The nice thing about them is that they don't spread. You know, they're a ball cookie, they don't spread. So you can put a whole ton of them on the cookie sheet at a time. So you only have to, if you can fit 2 cookie sheets in your oven, you only have to have 1 batch in and out, which means you can't burn the first batch or you burned all your cookies. So that makes it much faster when you can do them all at one time. So if you're looking for a quick bake cookie, I suggest Russian tea cakes or Mexican wedding cakes or snowball cookies. And someone has a keto recipe that I found, so I printed that off. The other thing I always make is what we call party salad. 50 years ago or more, my aunt probably more than 50 years ago, 60 years ago. My mother was at a shower that my aunt was throwing, who is gone now, but she lived in Oregon. And she made this party salad from a recipe in a Good Housekeeping or something like that. And my mother really liked it, so she took the recipe, and we've had party salad for Christmas and Thanksgiving every year since. We always have party salad. It's now a tradition in our house. And it was funny because my aunt was with my mother at one point, and we had party salad, and she's like, "Oh, this is delicious." And my mother said, "I got the recipe from you," and my aunt didn't remember, and she hadn't made it after that party, I guess. Anyway, I have shown you, if you watched my Vlogmas last year or the year before, I have shown you my recipe of party salad, which is all spittered and spattered and whatever. But it is not keto exactly, but if you substitute the sugar, but it calls for a fruit cocktail and mandarin oranges and crushed pineapple in it. And I can't have any of those fruits, but I can have berries. And so I'm just going to substitute all the fruit that goes in party salad with berries. So it will be, and it's cream cheese and whipped cream and gelatin. So it's delicious. My dad always said it was like dessert, and it's like dessert, but especially since I'm going to put strawberries and blueberries in it, and maybe raspberries. My mother-in-law doesn't really like raspberries because of the seeds, so I might not do that. Maybe just blueberries and strawberries. Since we're all three keto, and so those are my Christmas cooking plans. Dennis is doing the actual meal, which will be spare ribs, and we will be having that on Thursday night, because Thursday night is the day we celebrate. So that's it. So today, and then and I have to straighten up the house. So today's my Sunday. I'm not as sore today as I was yesterday so far. I'll still take some Advils. I'm a little sore, not too much, but I'm recovering from my shoveling pretty nicely, so that's a good thing. And there you go. So that's my plans for the day. I will let you go. Please, please take good care of yourselves. Don't have an incident like I did. I can't believe I did that. When I came out, Dennis is standing there with my mask in his hand, like I know. I'm sorry. But I was literally in there less than a minute. I walked in, shoved my envelopes in the slot, and turned around and walked out. And the people weren't that close, and I held my breath. It is what it is. Don't do that. Don't be like me. Now I have to worry about it. I'm not really worried about it. I don't think, even if I somehow got a breath or two of COVID from someone else, I don't think it's enough to infect me, but whatever. Anyway, it was too bad. So, don't do that. Take good care of yourselves. Wear your masks. Don't run out of your car without your mask on, like I did. And I will... I can just talk forever, right? Oh, I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you, David. Thank you, Megan. Bye, Mom and Dad. Stay safe and stay sane.